I don't know where I read it, but they say women at 25 has had more sexual partners than a 50-year-old.
And nowadays?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is crazy.
Everybody's...
Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I want to say call Halayim Lo Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Abrakakodash. Double honors to the elder bishops, elder apostles, and the men on down at GMS that do rule well and have taught me the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom Israel. I got a quick hit right here. Going into the harlotry, going into the rebelliousness, going into the wickedness of the modern day woman, okay? Specifically, we're going to be going into Eve here, okay? How she got the Jezebel spirit, how she got the spirit of whoredom on her, and how she is absolutely abominable, wicked, and rebellious, okay? Now, I'm going to bring a few precepts out. I got a few clips. And Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakatah to the brother, follower of Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakatah to Yerman servant of Yahweh Shai, who I will be using these clips from, okay? Now, let me get a disclaimer out there. Now, we know it is not you Yaipwa, shame-faced, fearful women of Yahweh Shai. We know it's not you. But on the grand scheme of things, in the mass scale, the mass majority of Eve is through. Cooked, diabolical, wicked, and is to be completely stayed away from, okay? Anybody with a spiritual eye, anybody who got this truth, know damn well this is the truth, okay? And if you can't see this, you don't got the truth. It's just that simple. We ain't about to go back and forth with you. We got the truth, and you don't. It's just that simple. So let's go ahead and let this clip play a little bit. I'm going to add some commentary and grab some precepts. This ain't meant to be nothing super long, but we got to get these points made. And Lord's will is be edifying. So without further ado, let's go.
And I don't know where I read it, but they say women at 25 has had more sexual partners than a 50-year-old.
And nowadays?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's absolutely diabolical. That's wicked. Okay? That's just astronomical numbers for a woman, okay? A woman is to marry, and she is on her husband. She's supposed to be with her husband until he passes away. When he passes away, if she becomes a widow, she is allowed to remarry again, and that's it, okay? It's just that simple. She's only allowed to technically have 2 husbands within her lifetime. That's pretty much it. Anything other than that, she cannot. She'll have too many spirits on her. She will have too many different DNAs up in her, too many different spirits on her. She will not be able to pair bond with you. She just have too many spirits on her at that point, and it's over. Especially if she has not repented, turned back to Yahweh Shai, and is not trying to clean it up. Okay, it is just that simple, man. Other than that, she will not be able to pair bond with just one person after that, because she got too many different spirits on her. It's just that simple, man. Okay? And she have not fasted that away, fasted that off, prayed and repented, especially in this truth. It's just dunzos for them. You know, that's absolutely a part of the curses as well. So let me go ahead and get a little bit of that. Okay? Women is out here. Women's body counts is just astronomical numbers, okay? And it's absolutely ridiculous how these women is moving out here. All right? And listen, this is the book of Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. I could stop it right there. Okay? And we already know these women is hoes. 304s. Hoes. Okay? That's what they are. They're garden tools, man. Especially Eve. You can't do nothing with these women, man. Maybe some bedroom fun, if that. But the way these women is operating, you can't even do that. Okay, you just can't even you can't even risk it. Why would you want to risk that? Why would you want to risk your health for a few moments of pleasure? It's not worth it, man. You better off just seeking the Lord and waiting until the Lord sends you a loving woman. You know, it may take a little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. It's literally totally worth the wait. Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, man. And that's what they are. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Yeah, we get killed down. We get put up on trees. We get shot down. We get rounded up. And our people just fall by the sword day in and day out. And thy land shall be divided. Because we are redlined. We are divided. Our land, we are divided. We are redlined. And those shall die in a polluted land, United States of America. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth his land. There you go. We are still yet, and we are yet this day in our captivity. You can't make it up. You can't make this shit up. Okay, so for all you quote unquote, for all you Israelites that's trying to force these goddamn 304s on the men of Israel, you got judgment coming your way. Okay, because you trying to force, you literally got Israelite camps out there that be trying to force these Eves on you Israelite men. Okay, like that's your only option. No, it's not. Okay, and we're gonna dive in when we gonna get there. Let's keep going.
Crazy.
Everybody's YOLO. I would tell somebody my number and they'd be like, that's it? I'm like, girl, what you at? Just 60 who? An American number? Not Euro? Oh my God, not Tokyo. Oh my
Yes.
God.
I mean, when I read, I said, hold on.
And there? Oh my God.
I'm like 25, and they've had more relations. They've been with more men.
They're more liberated.
Because you know now,
No, they're not more liberated. They're more indoctrinated, and they're more defiled and beguiled by the serpent and all his propaganda. It's just that simple, man. Ain't no more liberated. Sleeping with all of these men, that's liberation, really? Okay, to be a whore, is that really liberating? I don't think it is. It don't make sense for it to be liberating. That makes no logical sense. Okay, for you to defile yourself with all these different rods going up in you and taking on all these different spirits. That's not liberation. That's defilation. Okay, period. You're being defiled. You're defiling yourself. It's just that simple. All right? Listen, anytime a man trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, it never works out. Look at Kanye West. Okay, he was like one of the main dudes that tried to do it. He tried to wife Kim K up, and look how that worked out. You just can't make this type of stuff up. And that's just one example out of thousands. Listen, Genesis 3:13. And the Lord Yahweh, the Lord God, said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Now, when it said she did eat, meaning she took on all his philosophies, brought into all the propaganda, took on all his wines, his false religions, and his spirit. Essentially took on his spirit. And this is when she said they're more liberated. That's exactly what the hell that means, okay? In the spiritual aspect. Let's go.
women, it used to be, they didn't think like that.
Yeah.
But now, women think like a man.
I know, that's bad. I think that women that think like men is bad because there has to be an understanding that we are not equal. Men can sleep with all the women they want to.
There you go. She gets it. This Eve gets it. She understands. She definitely understands women and men is not equal. You will never be equal to a man. I don't care what this devil tell you. You're not equal to a man. Okay? You don't operate like a man. We don't have the same anatomy as each other. It's just that simple. A rocket scientist, you don't need a rocket scientist to know that. You know what? But that's the spirit that a lot of these Eves, and not just Eves, Babylonian women is in. Now, we don't care about the rest of the heathen. We only care about the Israelite women. Well, that's who we are to correct. These are the children of Israel. Isaiah 58. Okay, cry aloud, spare not. Okay, it's just that simple. We are not to spare your feelings. Fuck your feelings when it comes to this truth. All right, if you can't take correction, take direction, get in order of the Heavenly Father's laws, statutes, and commandments, and the way He got things set up, your ass is grass. It's just that simple. All right, but this Eve here gets it. She's logical, she's realistic, and she understands that women and men is not equal. So she do have a good head on her shoulders, and there is women out here, and it is some Eves out here, even in the world, that got a decent spirit on them. So it's never all, but we're talking in the grand scheme of things. We're talking on the mass majority. All right, it's just that simple. Let's keep going.
And if I sleep with a bunch of men, I'm a hoe. Why do you want to?
Right.
Like, it's such a deeper conversation. My argument can't be Shannon had 100 partners, I had 82, and y'all calling me a hoe, but Shannon had 100. Why is it okay for him and not for me? Why do you even want to be there?
Absolutely. No, she listen, she cooked. She understands, okay, that a man can have pretty much, listen, the Lord made more women, the Lord put more women on the earth than He did men. Why do you think that is? Because it's a man's God-given right to have more than one woman. It's just that simple, man. All that work, all that one woman shit, That shit is Esau Edom's custom, okay? And that really wasn't technically his custom because even Esau, the progenitor of the European nation, he even had multiple wives, okay? Canaanite wives, Ishmaelite wives, okay, period, man. But this is the propaganda. This is the land of our captivity. So they are to oppress you at every angle, okay? You just can't make this type of stuff up. It's every man's God's given right to have more than just one woman. And it's just that simple. Okay, not just the Israelite man, but all men. That's why the women outnumber the men by the millions. You can't get around that. You just can't get around it. All right? And we know that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of you Babylonianized feminists, okay, in this system that completely got beguiled by the serpent, but you're going to get with it or get lost. Either way, in the grand scheme of things, ultimately, in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord's men is going to have multiple women and concubines. You might as well make peace with that fact now. All right? So we're done here. Let's go ahead and grab the next slide.
Where I read it.
Check this out.
One of the great resets that black men realized they had to start doing was to stop having children and stop getting married to many of these women in this community. That is the great reset. The great reset in the black community, because a lot of, unfortunately, black women condone this, do this, support it, don't challenge it, even amongst their girlfriends. They idolize it and follow it. Cool. That's why more of you have children than your men do.
Okay, so this man here, this guy here, he got good content. Okay, he holds these Eves accountable. Okay, he sit backs and he watched the behavior. He got a good channel. He definitely be talking that talk. He talk realistically, logically, and he bring out truth. And it's just that simple. And he low key be prophesying whether he know it or not. But that's the spirit of Jake, though. Period. Okay. Now, I can't even say he's a red pill guy because he's just really just a realist. You know, he really is. You know, and you know he be bringing out a lot of truth and great content. So that's what he do. He's kind of like a Kevin Samuels, but more of a just so revolutionary type of Kevin Samuels. He's just really he just bring out so much truth. It's not even funny, and he just bring out logic and truth. And a lot of women tend to steer away from hardcore truth and buck up against it and rebel against that when it be brought out. This is why a lot of our women must taste the sorrow on this side because they don't take accountability. And scriptures goes into that. She will not cover her own shame. So that's what it is. And again, we know for you beloved Aquaf, that shame-faced, repenting, and in the contrite spirit, continue to endure. We love you, and we just love you, okay? And don't become this way like these wicked-ass women in Babylon the Great. Do not become this way, all right? Let's keep it going here.
Was to stop having children and stop getting married to many of these women in this community. That is the great reset. The great reset in the black community, because a lot of, unfortunately, black women condone this, do this, support it, don't challenge it, even amongst their girlfriends. They idolize it and follow it. Cool. That's why more of you have children than your men do, as single parents. That's why. The great reset in the black community is black men.
Yeah, because a lot of these women is degenerate, man. They're degenerate. Scriptures tell us our people operate backwards. Eve completely operate backwards. She can have a great man, a good upstanding man, a good man that's upright in the spirit, okay? And it'll be a good man right in front of her face, but she's going to choose the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the drug dealers and the Futures and the Chief Keefs. That's what she's going to do. She's going to lay with that. She's going to procreate with that. And then when he be exactly what she picked, the Pookie and the Ray Ray, and leave the child hanging and not try to beat her, okay? Now he's the problem. Now he's the problem now, and she ended up being a single mom, and they perpetuate and they literally perpetuate the falsified narratives that Esau, even the devil, the Bible always speaks of, the self-proclaimed white man push out there. They perpetuate it, okay, and they is hand in hand with Esau, Edom. You know, now we know it goes back to the curses, but again, these women, these Judite women is absolutely cooked, and they absolutely move backwards, man. They move backwards. They're harlots, they're hoes, and they are the enemy of the Israelite man. If you can't see that by now, you don't have the truth. Period. Let's go.
Becoming a lot more selective, a lot more careful, and a lot more intentional about and restrictive about.
And they get proud. So you see how they decades themselves up with all this makeup, fake ass eyelashes, baby hairs on the side, all these hideous wigs and hair hats. These are the women you are to stay away from, Jake. You have to stay away from these women, okay? Because they're telling you who they are without telling you who they are. Tell me who you is without telling me who you is. This. If you knew the scriptures, you would know to stay away from these type of women because the scriptures goes into this. It just goes all into this. All right, let me go ahead and grab this. Isaiah 32. The good old book of Isaiah again. Gots to love it. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Majority of Eve is completely at ease in Babylon the Great, especially if she's not in the truth and suffering along with the rest of us hopeful elects. Okay? Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice. How you going to hear the Lord's voice? By listening to his men. Majority of the Eve reject the truth. Ye, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. It's coming. It's coming. The great humbling is coming. Ye careless women. These Eves is absolutely careless. Why? Because they have liberty to gad abroad, and they have backslidden. They're backsliding daughters, and they compass the man. Compass means to go around the authority of a man. It's just that simple. That's what they have done. All that, I don't need a man, I'm liberated, women's liberation, all of this madness, wickedness, and wine they have drunken, they have completely taken on the spirit of Eve. This is Eve for you. Ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Judgment is coming. Let's get it again. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled. You're supposed to be trembling at the word of the Lord. Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields of the fruitful vine. Judgment is coming. The Lord is going to strip them of all this shit. Okay, all this shit. Just keep reading. We're going to stop right there, but the rest reads on. And this whole book, all this whole chapters right here goes into the lamentations, woes, and judgments for Eve. You can't get around this truth. It's coming. It's here. And it's only going to get worse. Call Allah Yahbashim Yahushai. I'm going to grab one more and go ahead and close out. Let's go.
Who it is they're going to marry, have sex, and have children with in this community especially. Because if y'all not going to do the reset amongst yourselves, cool, we're going to do it. You can call us sellouts. You can call us classists. You can call us elitists. You can call us whatever name you want in the book. But you can't call me a dummy knocking up the women that said I can't have no say of how she presents herself in public. You can't call me a dummy for that. You can call me a sellout, coon, house slave. You can call me all the names you want. You wasn't pregnant by me. Yeah, I ain't put a ring on you. I wasn't a dummy. I put a ring. Did you hear the second lady would say, well, I'm married and he can't tell me what to do, dummy. So for every old head that was stupid like that, that's why Gen Z and millennials are moving different. We're not moving like our dads and granddads that was just, well, she.
Absolutely. Because the spirit of truth is on the earth now. Okay, Jake is more aware. And Jake is waking up to the bullshit. Even if he's not fully in this truth, he's waking up to some bullshit that's going around him. He's waking up to the bullshit of Eve. You know, he's realizing that Eve is indeed his enemy and don't mean him no good. You know? Let's keep going.
Black, and that's sufficient. Checks off all the boxes. We actually have more boxes now. A lot more black men are going to prolong, be more restrictive, avoid marriage, maybe even kids, especially with a lot of ladies in this community. And that's the kicker. Part of that reset is
absolutely hideous and proud, and don't have no reason to really be proud. Okay.
Are going to prolong, be more restrictive, avoid marriage, moving different. We're not moving like our dads and granddads that was just, well, she black and that's sufficient. Checks off all the boxes. We actually have.
There you go. Okay, we got a lot of Jakes, even in this truth, that still got that damn same spirit, that Queen of Heaven spirit. Oh, she's black, so that's it. That's it. No, you idiot. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Just because she's black, that don't mean anything. Okay? Because we don't need Eve to bring back the tribes, man. We can bring back the tribes with heathen women, just like Joseph did, brought forth 2 tribes. Okay, Ephraim and Manasseh from a heathen woman. Period. Listen, 2 Esdras 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And Lord's will we be of that number. Period, point blank. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And until next one I say, Shalom, Shalom.
Moving different. We're not moving like our dads and granddads that was just, well, she black and that's sufficient. Checks off all the boxes. we actually have more